welcome to our deep dive. If you've ever felt just completely overwhelmed, like you literally can't find the words to pray, well, this one's definitely for you.
Yeah.
We're digging into Romans chapter 8, specifically verses 18 through 30. It's all about suffering, weakness, and what our sources are calling the ultimate divine assurance.
Right. And our goal here really is to understand why the pain you might be feeling, right now gets totally reframed by this guarantee of future glory.
Okay.
We're pulling out insights about this incredible help that's available when you just hit a wall emotionally, mentally. That help is the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit. Okay, let's unpack that. Where do we start? Maybe with the scale of it all.
Yeah, the scale. Paul kicks it off with this, frankly, huge comparison in verse 18. He says, present suffering is, and this is the quote, not worth comparing with the glory coming later.
Not worth comparing. That's a strong statement.
It really is. And the research we looked at shows this isn't just like a pep talk. It's a cosmic view. It's not only us humans going through it. Verse 22 says the whole creation groans, like in the pains of childbirth.
Pains of childbirth. So intense, but leading somewhere.
Exactly. Leading to a guaranteed birth, a liberation. Not just endless decline, it's waiting in hope.
And fascinatingly, even those of us who have the Spirit, the first fruits, Paul says, we're also groaning inwardly, still waiting.
We are still waiting for that final redemption, the redemption of our bodies.
So how does this waiting connect with hope?
Well, the sources define hope as being fundamentally for what you can't see yet.
Right. You don't hope for what's already here.
Precisely. And so waiting for this unseen thing, this future reality, it inherently demands patience. That's the connection. We wait with patience.
Okay, this is where it gets really personal for me, and I think for a lot of listeners. We go from this universal groaning, the individual moments of just weakness, when words completely fail. Verse 26 hits his head on, right? The Spirit helps us because we do not know what to pray for as we ought.
Yes, and that raises a key question, doesn't it? If we have the Spirit, why are we still so weak, so confused about how to even ask for help sometimes?
Exactly.
And the sources point to the genius of this intercession mechanism. When our minds just draw blank or we're too overwhelmed, the Spirit just bypasses our limits. Prays for us with groanings too deep for words.
Groanings too deep for words. The sources had that analogy, didn't they? Like being in a foreign country.
Yeah, a great analogy. Like you're in a critical meeting, you don't speak the language well enough, and suddenly an interpreter steps in. And they perfectly capture everything you need to say, your intent, ensuring the best outcome, that feeling of relief.
Oh, relief, yeah.
The Spirit is that perfect divine intermediary. And the guarantee, the absolute assurance in verse 27 is that the Spirit intercedes according to the will of God.
Always according to God's will. So even our silent, confused moments get translated perfectly.
Perfectly. Into communication aligned with the best possible divine plan, even when we can't see that plan ourselves.
Okay, so if the Spirit is praying perfectly for me, how does that connect back to my messy reality? Why do I still feel the struggle?
That's the bridge. That perfect divine intercession is exactly what underpins and guarantees the huge promise in verse 28.
The famous one.
The really famous one.
Yeah.
We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose.
So the Spirit's praying is the immediate guarantee that this promise holds true.
It's the engine making it happen, ensuring that outcome. The Spirit's work confirms the ultimate plan.
And the verses right after that, 29 and 30, they kind of lay out the bedrock confidence behind that promise, don't they? The sources call it a golden chain.
That's right, the golden chain of redemption. It's the ultimate assurance. It lays out the sequence. God foreknew.
Okay.
Then he predestined to be like Christ. Then he called. Then justified.
And finally?
And finally glorified. And the sources stress this. From God's perspective, that last link, glorification, it's as good as done.
Wow. So the whole chain is unbreakable.
Unbreakable. That's why you can have confidence in the Spirit's work for you right now in the middle of the mess.
That's really the core insight then, isn't it? Even when you feel totally spent, too weak for words, the Spirit is right there praying perfectly for you, completely aligned with God's unbreakable plan. That knowledge itself is the foundation for confidence.
It truly is. And maybe that leads to a final thought, building on what the sources suggest about reflecting on weakness.
Go on.
If you really know, that the Spirit is perfectly handling communication when your words fail, how might that change your willingness to just
cause.
Yeah, pause in those moments of overwhelm, to let go of the pressure to find the perfect words yourself, and just trust the unseen work, the unseen plan. Something to think about.